Imagine a world not too far in the future where the polar ice caps, once majestic and vast, have surrendered to the relentless advance of rising temperatures. The meltwater, a slow, creeping deluge, begins its inexorable rise, swallowing coastlines and redrawing the maps of our world. This is not a scene from a science fiction film. It is the stark reality we face if we fail to address the urgent crisis of climate change. As temperatures climb, driven by human activity, the delicate balance of our planet's climate system is thrown into disarray. The very ice that has adorned our planet for millennia, reflecting sunlight back into space and regulating our climate, begins to vanish at an alarming rate. The consequences of this glacial retreat are profound, reaching far beyond the icy realms of the Arctic and Antarctic. The world's oceans, vast reservoirs of life, bear the brunt of this glacial melt. As billions of tons of fresh water pour into the seas, sea levels rise inch by agonizing inch, threatening coastal communities and island nations with an existential crisis. The very fabric of our planet, its delicate ecosystems and intricate web of life, are pushed to the brink of collapse. The impact of rising sea levels is felt most acutely in the world's coastal regions, home to a significant proportion of the global population and some of our most vibrant cities. Megacities like Shanghai, Mumbai and New York face an unprecedented challenge as the encroaching sea threatens their very foundations. Infrastructure built over generations is at risk of inundation, displacing millions and causing economic disruption on a global scale. Island nations, particularly vulnerable to the rising tides, face an even more precarious future. Low-lying islands in the Pacific and Indian Oceans, home to unique cultures and ecosystems, risk being wiped off the map entirely. Their inhabitants, stewards of fragile environments, face the prospect of becoming climate refugees, forced to flee their ancestral homes in search of higher ground. The human toll of rising sea levels is immeasurable, but the impact extends far beyond the immediate loss of land and infrastructure. Saltwater intrusion threatens freshwater supplies, jeopardizing agriculture and forcing mass migrations. Coastal erosion accelerates, reshaping coastlines and putting cultural heritage sites at risk. The very fabric of our civilization, built over centuries along the world's coastlines, is threatened by the rising tides. The melting of glaciers is not an isolated event. It is a symptom of a planet in distress, a harbinger of more extreme and unpredictable weather patterns to come. As global temperatures rise, the delicate balance of our planet's climate system is disrupted, leading to more frequent and intense heat waves, droughts and wildfires. These extreme weather events have devastating consequences for human societies and ecosystems alike. Heat waves, once rare occurrences, become more frequent and intense, pushing the limits of human endurance and straining healthcare systems. Droughts grip agricultural regions, withering crops and threatening food security. Wildfires, fueled by drier conditions and hotter temperatures, rage across vast swathes of land, releasing massive amounts of carbon dioxide into the atmosphere and exacerbating climate change. The natural world, already under immense pressure from human activity, struggles to cope with these rapid changes. Ecosystems collapse as species are pushed beyond their limits, leading to a loss of biodiversity and the vital services that nature provides. The very fabric of life on Earth, intricately woven over millions of years, is unraveling at an alarming rate. The picture I paint may seem bleak, but it is not a prophecy etched in stone. We still have time to avert the worst-case scenarios, to change course and chart a more sustainable path for humanity. The challenge before us is immense, but it is not insurmountable. It requires a collective effort, a global mobilization of resources and ingenuity to transition to a low-carbon future. We must act decisively to reduce our reliance on fossil fuels, embracing renewable energy sources such as solar, wind and geothermal. Energy efficiency must become paramount, not just in our homes and businesses, but in every aspect of our lives. Sustainable transportation systems, from electric vehicles to high-speed rail, must be prioritized to reduce our dependence on fossil fuel-powered cars and airplanes. Protecting and restoring our natural ecosystems is equally crucial. Forests, oceans and wetlands act as vital carbon sinks, absorbing atmospheric carbon dioxide and mitigating the effects of climate change. Investing in nature-based solutions, such as reforestation and sustainable agriculture, will be essential in our fight against climate change. The future of our planet, and indeed our own survival, depends on our willingness to act, to make bold choices and embrace a more sustainable way of life. We have the knowledge, the technology, and the resources to turn the tide. What we need now is the collective will to act, to ensure a future where both humanity and nature can thrive.